welcome the very funny Francisco Garcia.
Oh, it's such a memorable name, I know. Thank you. Francisco, that's my name. It's Latino, I'm Latino. The trouble with having a name like that is, it's first of all, yeah, it can be hard to remember. I get Fernando a lot. But like my family's Latino. Like my cousin's name is Tomas, and that's how you say his name, Tomas. But white people don't say it that way. They always say, "Hey, Tomas! Tomas!" He's not foot fungus, people. Right? Right? My grandfather's name is Manuel. That's how you say his name, Manuel. But no, white people are gonna say, "Hey, Manuel! Manuel, that's in a gay bar." You know what I'm saying? But I get the worst one. People can't spell my name. People can't say my name. It's always, "Hey, faggot!" I always turn around, too. It's the worst. I fall for it every time. Oh. A little bit more about me. I have a very mild case of what's called cerebral palsy. So that's a lot of fun. But it doesn't really get in the way of my life, really. Like, it doesn't get in the way of my dating. Unless she's running away, then I'm screwed, right? I think if anything, it would get in the way of having kids. Because when I was growing up in elementary, and even today, like kids, when they see me walking by, you know, they kind of stare. They just look at me. And I think if I had kids, eventually, you know, they would look at me and they would say, "Dad, why do you walk that way?" And I got to say, "Mijo, because when I was your age, I didn't listen. Now shut up and go to sleep." Right? It's true. Now, look, in my house, when I was growing up, childhood came in several forms. Really, it was just my dad blasting Bruce Springsteen's "Baby, I Was Born to Run" and laughing at me. That's it. That's it. I was born 2.5 months premature in Brownsville, Texas, on the border. Oh, yeah, somebody just swam over. All right, sweet. So, you know, when I was born 2.5 premature, first of all, I was like, that's the best prank I've ever played on my mother. She didn't see it coming, right? But the doctor told my parents he's probably not going to run, jump, or swim. And that's not true. I do all those things. But at the time, my parents said, well, it's a good thing we live on this side of the border, right? Can't be a wetback if you can't swim. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But no, it doesn't get in the way of my dating. As a matter of fact, like just the other day, I was at a coffee shop by myself, just writing. And these two girls came up to me. And one of them said, "I have to tell you, you look just like my ex. It's scary. It's really freaky." And I said, "Well, then you either have great taste in men or you're about to make the same mistake twice." So she stayed with me anyway, and some people never learn, I tell you. Yeah, no, it doesn't get in the way of my relationships. As a matter of fact, the last couple of relationships I've had, they've been open relationships. You know, I mean, with that, you share yourself, you share with other people, you just don't share your feelings, you know? You keep that shit buried. But I think open relationships are a lot of fun. They actually lend themselves to group sex. And group sex is a lot like the Special Olympics. You know, it doesn't matter who came first. You're just happy to be there. Right? Participate. That's really all it is. Yeah. I like to think of myself as a man with many ideas. I got a lady friend. She's going to start her own business in a little bit. It's like a wax salon, you know, where they wax their bodies and shit. But she can't think of a name for this business. And I was inspired by Forever 21. I was like, why don't you just call it Forever 12? That's perfect. Right? It's perfect. You know you're going to be there. It's all right. She said, "You're a dog, Francisco. You're a dog." You know what? Yes, I miss the 90s when people used to call men dog. He's a dog. Don't date him. No, yes, I'm a dog. Treat me like one. Put me in a leash. Leave me alone for 8 hours. Come back. Tell me you love me. Feed me. What's wrong with that? I have no idea. No. There was a movie on Hallmark once called My Boyfriend's Dogs. And it was just about a woman who was like trying to get a guy so she would babysit his dogs. But the mother told the girl in this movie, she said, "If a man ever treats you the way he treats his dogs, you know it's real." Right? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's Hallmark, right? But I'm thinking, if I ever treat my woman the way I treat my dog, she'd actually be 10 times happier. Right? She'd get more attention. She wouldn't mind the leash. I'd feed her. I mean, the whole thing. It'd be great. Yeah. But I love movies, man. I love movies. I love television. Netflix, that's a great one. Like Daredevil and Orange is the New Black. That's a popular one. Actually, I was surprised because with a name like Orange is the New Black, I thought that was UT working on diversity issues. But I was totally wrong with that. You know? I eat a lot of food when I watch movies like Chick-fil-A, and people, they say, well, Chick-fil-A was, the gay folks were boycotting Chick-fil-A, and yeah, maybe they were. Maybe Chick-fil-A is going to change their slogan to get in the better graces with the gay community. Instead of eat more chicken, it's going to be put down that cock, pick up this breast. Right? Yeah, I do love movies. My favorite movie growing up in the 80s was Big. Thank you, Tom Hanks. That's a great movie. But if you think about that movie today, let's say we had a black or Latino in that movie, that'd be a completely different movie, right? Because he gets a job and an apartment and a girlfriend in 2 weeks after being a tall white man, right? But if he's if it's a black or Latina guy, you need a sequel just for the background check. Right? Big 2 will let you know, right? Of course, that last scene, or that scene where he's a kid, he's like, I wish I were big. He becomes Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump or whatever, right? But if it's a black or Latino kid and he says, I wish I were big, he just gets diabetes. End of movie. You don't think so? All right. That's my time on Francisco. Thanks, guys.